We're talking today with Lachlan Bowtell from Meat and Livestock Australia. Lachlan, you've had a look at consumer trends and consumer demand.
Yeah.
What are you seeing when it comes to lamb?
We're seeing there's been a change in the way consumers want to buy lamb. They want to buy smaller pieces of meat. They want to buy meat that's going to be relevant to a certain cooking method. There's been a whole change in the way consumers look at food in general. And lamb in particular is still a real favourite as a roast. They love chops, they love to barbecue the product, but they also want something a little bit different with it as well.
So how has MLA gone about trying to market it differently?
We're having a little bit of fun with it. We want to make consumers laugh, we want to interrupt them, but we want to make them sort of look at lamb in a new light. Lamb's been a very strong part of the Australian culture for many, many, many years. And we need them to look now at lamb in a different light. So looking at how it can be used in different cuisine styles, whether it be a stir fry, whether it be a bolognese, whether it be a burger patty even for that matter. But looking at how they want to use it in their household. And Australians do have a real affinity with it, and it's got to be more than roast. So we're trying to educate them on how to cook the cuts, what cuts to purchase, how to purchase it, and a whole range of issues that they need to deal with every day.
Now you mentioned here today that you're looking at the shoulder, the front end of the lamb. Why that end of the lamb, and what are you looking at doing with it?
Well, we know roasts sell well, we know chops sell well, so barbecues and roasting, that's okay. So that's normally legs and loins, but we need to maximise the value of that carcass. The shoulder traditionally has been very difficult. Outside a forequarter chop, it's been very difficult to market, and it needs long, slow cooking. So what we're encouraging consumers to do is look at slow cooking a lamb shoulder and doing like a pulled meat, tearing apart with a fork and serving that with some vegetables or something like that. So it's an easy dish to do. It's really getting a lot of traction because of the intense flavour of the shoulder, and it's also 30% of the carcass that we can't ignore.
So who are you getting traction with? What segment of the market?
Oh, look, the young foodies. You get shows like MasterChef come on and they put a lamb shoulder on there. Everyone wants to cook it. You get different, food now is voyeurism. People like standing back watching people cook. They like to know more about their product. They like to have, the celebrity chef. They want to be the celebrity chef as well. So it's more importantly about the younger people that are coming through, our future consumers. We haven't even met them yet, but they're the ones we need to attract.
So are you finding that the traditional consumers are maintaining consumption in lamb, or the people that are getting older, that are getting towards over 60, are pulling back from consuming lamb-type products?
As we get older, we consume less protein because we physically don't need as much food, basically, at the end of the day. The younger consumer coming through now is bombarded with new mediums and new media and new trends. We need to establish and identify what the trends are and not what the fads are. There's a lot of fad foods out there, but lamb has always been on a very, very strong trend with consumers. We're trying to attract mum and the kids to lamb as well. Now, whether that be through burgers, whether that be through sausages, whether it be through meatballs, that sort of introductory category food we like to call that, where it's easy to eat, it's easy to prepare. The kids enjoy it. So we need to educate consumers about the versatility of the product. It's no longer just a big roast. It's a whole lot of other bits that could go with it as well.
Now, you mentioned burgers, and there was a major campaign with McDonald's 6 or so months ago. How did that campaign come out?
Oh, look, McDonald's have identified, they're the largest hamburger chain in the world. I mean, they've identified that they wanted to put a lamb burger on their menu around Australia Day. Traditionally, Australia Day week has been the lowest year of lamb consumption up until we sort of launched the Sam Kekovich campaign about 10 years ago. Now it's the number one. Lamb is top of mind with consumers at that time of year. So McDonald's, rightly so, decided they were going to put a lamb burger on and trial it, and it went extremely well for them. They were very happy with the results.
And did you find that flowed through to the retailers, particularly the big supermarket chains, in bringing lamb burgers into their product range?
Yeah, what we did find is the retailers always had a lamb burger there or a lamb sausage or something like that there. But what we did find, a lot of the cafes and restaurants also put lamb on there. A lot of pubs and clubs and those types of areas, those high volume areas that have been moving away from lamb because of the cost of the product. They've sort of got a little bit shy on the price and the plate cost of the product in food service. But a lamb burger is a great opportunity for them. We've run promotions with food service outlets through pubs and clubs, really focusing on this quintessentially Australian burger, which is the lamb burger.
Now, you also mentioned Sam Kekovich and the campaign that is in, about the 9th year or something?
Yeah, year 10 in 2014, yeah.
So next year, 10 years of Slam and Sam. Where can you turn next? How can you keep the interest and turn around 10 years ago what was the weakest week of consumption for lamb across the 52 weeks of the year?
Look, consumer expectation of Sam Kekovich on television around Australia Day, that's there. Everyone wants to see Sam. Sam, we've got a few ideas what we can do with Sam in the year, in 2014 Australia Day. It's 10 years of Sam. I mean, he is, if you like, the lamb ambassador. He's done a fantastic job. The whole campaign, the integrated campaign we've put together with social media, television, print media, point of sale through stores, a whole new way we're looking at it. And, you know, Sam being the front guy of that, he's larger than life. He loves a rant, he loves a chat, but also he is quintessentially lamb. So we've got a few ideas what we're going to do with him next year.
And have you done any statistics on what extra consumption he's been able to achieve for the lamb industry in being the lamb ambassador?
Well, when you look at 10 years ago, that was the lowest week. Now it's the highest week of the year. We can't actually release the figures that we get confidentially out of retailers, but we do see a significant spike in sales. But it lifts the whole meat category as well. So the spin-off of that is we see a lot more lamb sales going through and a wider range of cuts, because when you look at, you know, lamb sausages, lamb burgers, lamb mince, the whole lamb category has grown significantly. But we do see a significant lift in volume going through at that time of year.
Lachlan Bowtell from Meat and Livestock Australia, thanks for talking with us today.
Thanks a lot.